Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm a little late on this subject because I was out of town for a few days and I couldn't really get to my camera. But there's been a lot of speculation about what's going on with Jim Carrey's face. And a lot of people are even wondering if that's Jim Carrey that we're seeing. He's recently showed up at some award show in Paris, and he just looked different. He sounded different. His face looked weird, puffy, bigger than usual, less narrow. I don't know. It didn't look like Jim Carrey, and you don't have to be psychic to feel that. A lot of people felt that. So I decided to sit down with my Gallery of Hallucinations Oracle and figure it out. So let me show you what I found out, okay? Got the Witchcraft card, Snow Blossom, Backfire, Pursuit, Moon Girl, Sweet Dream, and Ghost Lore. So the first card I got is Witchcraft. That Hollywood witchcraft. You see this woman in a black dress. She's got 3 arms, actually. This is that imposter energy. It's telling us that what the world is seeing on the stage, at the award show, and in the videos, is a manufactured version of the man. It's a mask, like a skin worn by a body double. The 3 arms, that's not normal. It means there are extra hands involved, like the industry, the handlers, making this puppet move. Puppet being Jim Carrey. Everything I say here is alleged. It's for entertainment purposes only. Tarot is not fact. So where's the real man at? Where is Jim Carrey at? If this was an imposter, which witchcraft is saying. We got Snow Blossom. So this shows me that he's out in the cold somewhere. He's isolated or blocked off from the world. Possibly in a high security facility being rehabbed. Rehabbed for what? He's been put on ice, so he can't interfere with the show that they're running. He's reaching for that one tiny flame of his old life, but he's stuck in the dark. And why? Why is this happening to Jim Carrey? We got Backfire. Well, the reason is that Jim tried to turn on the people in power, on the Hollywood machine. And those in power. He tried to break his contracts and speak a truth or truths that they didn't want him to say. He thought he could just quit, but it boomeranged back on him. Those knives in the back, that's the betrayal by his own people. They stabbed him out of the spotlight because he's become a liability. You know, I never was a Jim Carrey fan, but I did like the man he became. The serious, spiritual man, the painter. I did always admire that Jim Carrey. I was never really a big fan of his movies. I'm sad to see him end up like this. Now I got the Pursuit card. I feel like this is him trying to get away. You see this woman running on a circular bridge. It looks like it's probably a circle. And she's running counterclockwise, which is actually going to push this circle or this wheel to spin clockwise. So I feel like this is the Hollywood machine And the real Jim is feeding the machine because his name and his image still hold clout. They're still being used for big movies like this upcoming Sonic. They're using the imposter, that witchcraft energy, to film those movies, while the real Jim Carrey is somewhere in isolation. He's trapped in a loop, or on a loop, where his face is still making them billions while he's locked away. And I feel like he's trying to get away, but he's running in circles. Trying to turn the wheel in his favor, but not getting anywhere. Next we have the Moon Girl, and this is where it gets intense. This is the illusion. This is the red agenda I'm picking up. When I say red agenda, I'm talking about what's going on in the politics right now with the GOP, the red side of the aisle. I feel like they're utilizing this situation with Jim Carrey as a distraction away from what all is going on in the world right now, especially with Iran and the Epstein files. So I feel like they're using this situation to keep the public focused and off what they should be focusing on. They're focusing instead on the weirdness of Jim Carrey, while the political machine is moving pieces on the board in plain sight. Because there seems to be this weird fascination or fixation on Jim Carrey, right? Well, we should all be more fixated on what's going on in our government. What's going on in that White House. But wait, now we look at Sweet Dream. This woman sleeping while her hair tendrils into a ghostly figure with another head coming out of the top of it. Feel like this woman sleeping with the ghostly faces growing out of her hair represents the collective, what we're being fed. We're being fed a sweet dream, so we don't notice what's going on in the world. And also, back to Jim Carrey, we don't notice that he's actually gone. The extra head growing out of that crown. See the extra head? This is his literal replacement, the body double. They've grown to take his, the industry, the Hollywood machine, the powers that be have grown to take Jim Carrey's place in the world, to replace him. And I know that sounds crazy. So it sounds to me like they've replaced Jim Carrey with an imposter so that they can continue to make money off of Jim Carrey. His name, his clout. He's still viable to them, but he's a liability because he's talking too much, and that's backfired on him. They've got him someplace isolated. So my next and my final question is, well, is Jim Carrey still with us? Is he still alive? And I got ghost lore. These three women are reading this flaming book. Flames usually mean truth is emanating from these pages. And the women seem to be in total shock at what they're reading and seeing, right? The lore. is all that's left of Jim Carrey. The secrets are coming out. The story feels crooked because the real Jim Carrey, from what these cards are saying, and again, tarot is not fact, and this is for entertainment purposes only, the cards are saying that Jim Carrey is no longer with us in the physical, that he passed away while he was in isolation. He became lore, a ghost story that the world is just starting to read. The Jim Carrey that we see now, that's the mask. That's the witchcraft. That's the illusion. That's the spell. The real Jim Carrey, he tried to break free. But it backfired. And he was hidden away. While he was in that cold place, I believe he passed over. And now he's just a ghost in the machine. They're using the sweet dream, illusion, and the high tech of witchcraft to keep the money coming in and to distract us from the political scene so the world doesn't find out the truth. And the book, it's finally starting to burn. And when I say it's finally starting to burn, I mean the lie is running out of time. The people in power, they've used this sweet dream illusion to keep the money flowing and the political distraction going. But the fire is the truth. The facade is melting. You can't hide a ghost forever when the evidence is right there on the screen. I don't think this imposter is fooling anybody. Now look, guys, I'm just the messenger. I'm just reading what the cards are saying, and this is for entertainment purposes only. I could be wrong, and I hope that I am wrong. Please take what resonates and leave the rest at the door. If this reading hits home for you in any way, please make sure to share it with your friends on social media. Like the video, hit the thumbs up, and please consider becoming a subscriber. If you'd like a personal reading, my information is in the description box below. And as always, my readings land perfectly and always hit the truth. And the truth is, you can't keep a flaming book closed forever. So I'll see you guys in the next one. I hope you enjoyed. Bye.